Hi, Laura here. Today we are going to be doing a Pilates reformer workout using the small ball that is going to be focusing on hip and leg strength. So this is a perfect workout for if you have an active lifestyle, you like to run, you like to cycle, you're someone that deals with knee pain. This is going to be such a great outer hip strengthening workout, glute max workout, focusing on the muscle groups that help you to stabilize your pelvis and help you to bulletproof your knees. We're going to be using the small ball to help it be beginner friendly. And then I'll also show you some progressions for it to make it a little bit more challenging if that's something that you're looking for here as well. I have a peak reformer, but the reformer type shouldn't matter. I'll let you know how many springs that we are going to be using. I do this workout on my home reformer, and I do it when I'm teaching my group classes as well, which are both on a balanced body piece of equipment and also on a stot reformer as well. So this workout works for all types of reformer. You don't have to worry about which style you have. We are going to get started on either 2 or 3 springs for your bridges. 3 springs if you like a little bit more support underneath you. 2 springs if you like it to feel a little bit harder. Once you've chosen what springs you would like, I am going to choose 3 springs. This is my 3rd workout that I'm filming for YouTube. So I will give myself a little bit of help here with the bridges. 3 springs is what I'm choosing. And then you also just want to make sure that your headrest is to the down position. Your ball is going to come with you as you go to lay down onto your back. So go ahead and drape the legs over the foot bar as you come into a laying down position. As you're here into this laying down position, we're going to start just warming up the core. Take the ball in between your hands, squeezing that ball softly, and then tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself forward and up, come up into a seated position, and then roll yourself back down, bone by bone by bone, laying yourself back downwards onto the mat. And then again, chin to chest, squeeze that ball, roll yourself on up, tall seated position, and then roll yourself on down, bone by bone, back down into a laying down position. So now as you're here, if you have a foot bar that is locked into place, that's a little bit nicer. You can kind of grab onto the bar to help give you help to come up into a seated position. But if you're like me and you have a traditional foot bar that is not locked into place, you got to really use your abs to help you come up into position. That's one of the things with this roll up exercise. To make it harder, you would actually straighten your legs so that you're not grabbing onto that bar at all, or you would even float your legs into a tabletop position as well. We're going to be here for 2 more times. And then on the next time that we roll up, that'll be the last time that we're in this up position. And we end in a laying down position. Ending in that laying down position, I want you to transfer your feet so that they come up about hip width apart onto that ball. You're going to take that ball so it comes in between your inner thighs. So feet hip width apart onto your foot bar. Your ball goes in between your inner thighs. Your hands are going to come down by your side. Open up your chest. And now we find those articulations through your hips. Tailbone tucks under. You lift up into your bridge position. And then we're going to roll ourselves down bone by bone by bone to come on down. I gave myself some extra help and I still feel my hamstrings wanting to cramp. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin to chest, roll yourself on up, lift the hips upwards towards the ceiling, and then roll yourself on down, bone by bone by bone. So we got a slight squeeze onto that ball. If you want to make it harder for yourself, know that you can take your hands upwards towards the ceiling. As we're finding that spinal articulation here, you want to make sure that that carriage is staying to that completely in position. So not only do we have this hip energy going up and down through that spinal articulation, through that glute lifting towards the ceiling, but we also have a little bit of a hamstring curl that's happening as well. So you feel like the heel bones are curling inwards towards your butt bones as you find that lift. We're going to be here for 2 more times. And then on the next time that you roll up, you're going to hold your hips into a lifted position. Exhale, lift the hips up. You hold your hips into that lifted position. And then from here, we're going to squeeze onto that ball. We squeeze in 8, 7, 6. Try to keep those feet still. Those feet are like a number 11 onto that foot bar. Last 2, hold on 1. Now, if you need a rest, take it. Otherwise, going into hamstring curls, you're going to press through those feet. Your legs press out to straight. You pull through your legs. Your hips stay lifted as you bring the carriage in. Inhale, you press the legs out to 2 straight legs. Exhale, you pull the carriage in all the way. Your hips are staying lifted towards the ceiling. Your toes are like a number 11 or 2 parallel lines. We have the tendency to turn our feet when we're trying to squeeze that ball. That ball squeezes from your inner thighs, and your bones stay in that same alignment as your inner thighs have that energy to hug inwards. Toes to the sky, knees to the sky. Adductors are squeezing the thigh bones in, but they stay like 2 straight lines. We're going to be here for 2 more times. And then on the last time, pull the carriage in all the way, hold it in, reset your bridge. I'm going to get the shoulders underneath me a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to pulse the hips up an inch. We go up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself down, bone by bone by bone. Take the ball into your hands, drape the legs so they come over the foot bar. We just have 1 roll up this time. Exhale, roll yourself up into a tall position. The ball stays into your hands as you roll back halfway. Hold that halfway position. Now your hands are going to lift up to the sky and then lower back down. Lift the hands upwards towards the sky and then lower the hands back down. Your spine stays in that C curl position. Remember, the more you have your legs onto the bar, the more help you have from the bar. So if you have a foot bar that's locked into place and you need it, go ahead and hug it through the back of the kneecaps. Otherwise, you are working towards getting those legs to a straight position or floating those legs. It's a teaser prep. We're going to be here for 2 more times. Hold the hands up. I kind of preface this teaser prep. Straighten the legs if that's in your body. See if you can lift those legs off of your foot bar. We hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Find a counter stretch. All right. Getting into what I feel like is a lot of people's favorites are side kicks. I'm going to drop down to 1 spring. My 1 spring is going to be a light spring. And then your headrest is going to stay to the down position. Your ball, if you're taking a little bit more of a foundational route, is going to go to the headrest. And you're going to lay down onto your side with your ear connected to the ball. If you're laying down onto your side, your bottom hand will eventually wrap around to hug onto your shoulder block or to your peg. And then you have your hips into a stacked position. If you're taking this a little bit harder route, we're going to take that ball so that it is underneath your rib cage. And then we're working a little bit more into the side plank position. So you choose the route that you want to work today. You're going to grab the loop into your top hand, and then you're going to place the loop so that it goes around your top foot. I have 2 loops. I'm placing my foot into the longer loop. If you wanted heavier tension, you could go into that shorter loop. It's an option for you. We're going to start with those feet stacked, one on top of the other. Open up the chest. From here, float the leg up into a tabletop position, and then you're going to float the leg down. Float the leg up tabletop and then bring the leg down. So it's like a side-lying fire hydrant. Your hips are staying stacked as if it's up against a wall. Your shoulders are staying opened here. Whether you're laying down on that ball with your ear to the ball or whether you have that ball underneath your waistline, we do want to try to keep the chest open. We've got 2 more times. We're going to hold the leg open on the final one. From here, press the leg out straight for a donkey kick. I'm aiming for about the middle of my foot bar. And then you're going to bend the knee back into that tabletop position. Press the leg out, exhale, and then bring the leg back in and home. Press the leg out, exhale, and then bring the leg back in and home. Your chest stays in an open position. I'm going to change my hand just a little bit. I'm on my elbow, and I'm going to try to be pushing into this side plank position through my right leg. As you press out, you want to maintain tension on your rope. And I'm trying to keep my foot in a neutral position. We're going to be here for 2 more times. And then on your last time, you hold your leg to an out position. As you're here, square off your shoulders, square off your hips. You're going to pulse the leg up an inch, up an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Straighten the leg forward. We go toes towards the nose. We're making this letter L position. And then from here, pull the leg backwards, squeezing the booty. We take the leg forward, foot in line with the hip. Exhale, pull the leg backwards. You can take your hand to your hip. You can take the hand to the sky. Sometimes I like to keep my hand to the sky if it's getting a little bit challenging. I have done this series a lot this week. And so I feel like my glutes are like, excuse me, I'm tired. This is one of those where I feel like even as you get better at it, you feel it way, way more. We're going to be here for 3. In 2, we're going to hold the leg to the front. Whew, I'm working there with you. Next time you hold the leg to the front. From here, oh my gosh, I need a little tap out. If you need a tap, you can tap too. Okay, you're going to hold that leg to straight. Open up your chest, and from here, we're going to pulse that leg up. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy. Okay. We're going to take the loop off of your foot, hang up that loop onto your peg, and then roll that ball away. And then we put that ball to the side as we take a figure 4 stretch. The leg comes over. You open up the knee. Have a flat chest here, opening up that chest. Big inhale. And then big exhale. Big inhale. And then big exhale. One more time, big inhale, and then big exhale. All right, nothing fancy today for our transition. We're just gonna flip around right away to the other side. I will, just for the sake of orientation of my camera, have to turn away from you. So I apologize in advance. Ball goes to where you did on the other side. So whether that was on your ribs or on your headrest, you choose where you did it on the other side for the sake of balance, for the sake of symmetry. So if you did it the harder way the first time, you gotta do it the harder way the second time. I'm right there with you. I was like halfway through the other series and I was like, man, I wish I would have laid down for this one. We're gonna take the loop so that it comes onto the arch of the foot. Long loop onto the arch, or shorter loop if you chose it on the other side. Your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked. Once you're here, we're gonna start with your fire hydrants. We lift it up and then we lower it down. I will say that this fire hydrant, is not one that I do very often when I teach this series. It is a very good one. I like it as like a prep to get into that donkey kick, but I definitely feel like it made me feel that burnout way faster on the other side. We're gonna be here for 3. In 2, we're gonna hold the leg lifted. When the leg is lifted, I want you to have knee in line with your hip and foot in line with your knee. It's floating. From here, press the leg out. Take a little peek down towards your foot bar. I'm aiming for heel to be about middle of my foot bar, and then I bend the knee back in. Press the leg out to a straight leg. You squeeze your glute as you press. It's a hip extension, and then you resist it back in and home. If you're on your elbow, you're pushing that left elbow down so that you're also working your side plank muscles. If that ball is underneath your rib cage, just know it's not a rest onto that ball. That's why I want to emphasize that push through the elbow, because it helps you to lift not only out of your shoulder, but also helps you to work a little bit of your obliques, your lateral lines. We're going to hold the leg straight on your next one. We hold the leg straight. The leg is straight. We pulse that leg up an inch, up an inch. Pointed toe, neutral foot, that inside of your footprint is parallel to the ground. We've got 3, 2, on 1, sweep the leg forward. You go toe towards your nose, and then you're gonna flex the foot on back. And again, pointed toe, you reach it forward out of the hip socket, and then flex the foot, pull it backwards. Here, there's gonna be the tendency to want to sway your body front to back. You want to stay in between 2 planes of glasses here, one to the front of your body, one to the back of your body. Your head reaches long out of your spine. You're gonna wanna create tension through your neck. Reach your head long like someone's pulling on it. We've got 3 more times. In 2, we're gonna hold that letter L position. We're almost there. And then next time that leg comes forward, hold the leg forward. We keep that leg hip height and we lift it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee in, take that loop off. And then once that loop gets hung up, we're gonna sit facing for your figure 4 stretch. I'll turn to face you because I no longer have to face away from you. Find that figure 4 stretch. It's funny, not funny, haha, but it's interesting that my right hip is the one that I had my hip surgery on from a rugby injury. If you're new to my channel, I played rugby in college and I had a hip injury on my right side, and I actually feel like that leg kick series is easier on my right side than it is on my left side. All right, once you finish that figure 4 stretch, we're gonna take that ball, just take it to the side. We're done with it for right now. We're gonna sit in a crisscross position facing towards your foot bar. Now here in this position, I'm gonna change my springs. I like it a little bit heavier. So I'm gonna put my medium spring on, taking off my lighter spring. And then I'm sitting crisscross to work on my hip opening, my external rotation. So it's kind of like that figure 4 stretch we just got out of. If this seated position is not for you, you can do your short box on top of the carriage, put the short box on and sit on it facing towards the foot bar side, and you're gonna still be working the same muscle groups that we are. You're gonna take your loops into your possession. You're gonna take your hands so that they are into the shorter loops is gonna be heavier if you have double loops like me. Longer loops is gonna be lighter. From here, your elbows are in a serve the platter position, palms facing up, chest is open. Exhale, press the hands forward towards the closet, and then bring the hands back in. I usually do the short loops. I went long loops today, but I'm just gonna go back to the short loops. I can do it. Elbows in, palms facing up. We exhale, push the arms to straight, and then bend the elbows back in. You try to stay seated up tall, shoulders stacked over the hips. As you press the hands forward, there's sometimes the tendency to pop the chest forward. So you want to hug your rib cage in. It's called knitting the ribs. You visualize a zipper, the teeth of a zipper on a jacket, trying to come together, and that's exactly what your rib cage is doing. We're gonna be here for 2 more times. And then on your last time, I want you to hold your hands out forward. Turn the palms to face downwards now. Now from here, it's called boxing. You're gonna bend the elbows. They go wide to the side like a push-up prep. Try to sit up a little bit taller here. Exhale, press the hands forward. Inhale, we bend the elbows, finding a sideline field goal position. Stomach hugs in and my back is flat against a wall. Exhale, press the hands forward. We inhale back, exhale forward. It's an externally rotated position for the shoulder, but the palms are facing downwards. That field goal position. We've got 3. In 2, we're gonna take the hands forward. Next one, we finish with the hands forward. Lift the hands up overhead, connect the hands together. Thumb together, pointer finger together. The elbows start to separate wideways for shave. The hands are gonna come down behind your head. Open the elbows, take a slight little lean, but you got a flat back. A lot of times I see people looking down at their feet. I want you to look forward at the foot bar. Exhale, press the hands up. Inhale, take the hands back behind your head. Exhale, press the hands up, and then take the hands back behind your head. So I know that I said that this was a leg focus, hip focus workout. I love this crisscross position because it is a hip opener. Oh, I got stuck on my hair. There we go. Don't you hate that when the clips get stuck in your braid? Long hair problems. We've got 3. It's raining here. I don't know if you can hear my rain. Last 2. And then on your final one, hold your arms to a straight position, open the hands out to the side like a rainbow, and then you're gonna hang your longer loops onto your pegs. Now, once you've got your longer loops gone, I like to go a little bit heavier. For me, I do 2 springs. So I do my medium and my light. My peak, or for my balanced body people, that would be a red and a blue is usually what I cue in class. Stock springs are a little bit heavier. I usually do just 1 red, maybe a red and a white. We're gonna come into our down stretch. Your feet are gonna come up against the shoulder blocks. So if you had that short box, this is when you would get rid of it. We're done with it now. Here we have down stretch, feet up against the shoulder blocks. Hands are gonna come up against the foot bar. Press the hips forward, kind of like you're in a kneeling plank, but I want you to feel that thigh stretching, the hip flexors opening, and your chest opening. Take the spine up into a vertical position. We inhale to press the carriage backwards. Hold there for a moment. See if you can press the thighs, not your back, your thighs to the springs, and then pull yourself back forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's like a variation of an arm saw. We inhale, press the carriage backwards, thigh stretch, hip stretch, and then pull yourself back forward, lifting your chest bone towards the wall in front of you. So it's like the bridge position. In a bridge, you don't feel your back, or you shouldn't feel your back. You feel your glutes, you feel your hamstrings, your thighs are stretching at the top of your bridge. And that's the same feeling that I want you to try to find here. It's an inhale as you press out, and exhale as you pull yourself back up. Inhale as you press out, and then exhale as you pull yourself back up. One more time, we inhale, exhale, bring yourself back up, bring the carriage in, untuck your toes, find a child's pose stretch, circle out your wrists. Once you finish there, go ahead and step off towards the side of the carriage. Once we step off to the side of our carriage, take your hands upwards towards the ceiling, big inhale. On the exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself down, head heavy, arms heavy. I want you to take your left hand to your right ankle, and then I want you to reach your right hand to the sky. We come into this thoracic rotation. Big inhale, nose. Big exhale, mouth, stay there. Big inhale, nose. Big exhale, mouth, come forward, downwards towards the ground. Right hand to left ankle, left hand to sky. Find that deep rotation, left hand to sky, deep twist, big inhale, nose. Big exhale, stay there. Big inhale, nose. And then deep exhale, rotate back downwards towards the ground. Hang your head heavy, hang your arms heavy. And then from here, start to shake your head yes, shake your head no. Shift your weight to your toes, and then start to roll yourself up. We go tailbone, lower belly, lower back, middle back, upper back. When your head comes up, your arms come up. Turn the palms to face out. Exhale, press the hands down, pull the stomach in. And then once you finish with rolling yourself up, you end as your tallest self for the day, your strongest self for the day. And I hope you enjoyed that workout. We focused on hips. We focused on core strength, glute strength. This is going to really help to improve your balance, hip stability. If you're someone that has knee or back pain, this is going to help to alleviate that as well. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. You can also message me on Instagram. My handle is laura.melgar.fitness. And if you have any requests for what you would like to see next time on The Reformer, go ahead and leave it down in the comments as well. I love hearing from you and making these videos for you. If you're not already subscribed to my page, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that we can keep working out together, getting stronger together. Let me know what you have going on in your life that you're working towards. And I'd love to help create videos to help you towards that goal. I'm thinking of signing up for a half marathon sometime soon. So I don't know, maybe in the next time you watch one of my videos, I'll be talking about that. Maybe not. We'll see. I'll see you in the next workout. Have a good one.